to talk to the team about maybe why you guys hadn't played very well and started last year. What message do you kind of want to get across to the guys?
Yeah, this will be my third time in Starkville, and it's just a tough place to play, right? Got the cowbells going, and it's usually a little hotter than it is everywhere else, and it's a hostile environment. So I just reminded the team that it's a business trip, right? And we're going to go down there and win the game.
How is the cowbell sound different than the 90,000 people just cheering?
Yeah, it's way different, right? Because they're supposed to stop when the play starts, right? They don't, right? So it's different. It's definitely different. You get a lot more noise in between plays, right? As opposed to other places where you get the noise when the play starts. So that's different. In the huddle, you got to be locked in a little more than other places, and you got to communicate everywhere in away games, right? But definitely more emphasis on the huddle because that's when they're going to be full go with those cowbells.
This has been an interesting rivalry over the years. I think both teams' fan bases expect their team to win every year.
Right.
Do you sense that when you get out there with those guys that both teams feel like they ought to?
Yeah, I think that's most games. But I know what you're saying is it's kind of like it's not really it's a rivalry, but I feel like a lot of people are really like, no, it's not a rivalry, but it is. You know what I mean? We play them every single year. Every single year, you want to get back at that time you lost or get your revenge. You know what I mean? So I know this year, they're going to be hunting us up because we did really well against them last year. So I think it's going to be a really intense game.
If you're starting to get more attention to your individual play this year, how what do you think coming back and playing center has affected your professional team?
Yeah, I think it's helped a lot. I think one of the other things that's helped is just like DK coming back, right? Getting there. Eli, Kenny, I mean, they've played really well. And, it's hard to speak about how much that helps me look. You know what I mean? Like, when you play next to guys who are really good, you look really good. So I really give it to credit to them, and they've made us as an offensive line better, and that just helps me. You know what I mean?
They do some interesting things with their fronts. Do they remind you of anybody you've played yet, or are they completely?
Probably not besides them last year. Yeah, they always like to mix it up, and you never really know what you're going to get, and you got to be on your toes every time. That's for sure.
That put extra, pressure on you. Maybe not pressure, responsibility.
I think during the week, yeah. I mean, you gotta watch even more film. You know what I mean? Like, you already watch a lot, and you just got to watch extra because there's a ton of different looks, and to try and get them all down in your head is tough sometimes for sure. So I'd say there's extra responsibilities. I don't know if pressure is the right word. Yeah.
We'll talk about being ahead in some of that study stuff here in the Bible. Finding that helped a lot this year.
Yeah, it came at a perfect time because you get to spread all this information out over 2 weeks, and that's big for us. Instead of trying to rest up from the last game and get all that info packed in one, it's been really nice to have to spread it out over 2 weeks in a weekend.
Sorry if you're going to ask this, but are you guys just kind of itching to get back out there and just excited for another opportunity?
Yeah, it feels like forever since we've been on the field. It really does. When you go home and watch football, you enjoy the break, but it definitely feels weird. So we are. Yeah.
And what are some things that you've been liking about the offense, what you guys have done this year, and what are some things that you guys still need to improve on?
Yeah, I really like the way we've improved over the year, right? We didn't start hot and get worse from there. You know what I mean? We started a little shaky at times, and now you're finally seeing it come together. I think just we keep on that upward trend, we'll be good to go. I think as an offensive line, we can be more consistent about the run and pass game. We do really good things sometimes, and sometimes we break down. I mess up or somebody else messes up, and we just got to keep playing consistent.
Do you like to watch anybody else play during your time off, or is that just get away from football time?
Yeah, I watched Bowling Green play. My brother's playing there, and I watched them play. They struggle a little bit, but I like watching them. I like watching the SEC teams. You know what I mean? I like watching guys I played against or guys I'm going to play, and kind of, I wouldn't say I scout them on TV, but it's fun to see, what other teams are doing and that sort of thing.
All right, good.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, guys.